This is the Rams' Todd Gurley, his third Pro Bowl in 4 seasons. Credit the tackle to the Texans' middle linebacker, Benardrick McKinney. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he connects with Ertz. Breeze to Ertz for the NFC first. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination. Though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On play action, it's Breeze. And he will find his Saints teammate Michael Thomas complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them. That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC has taken the early lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first-time Pro Bowler. Here's James Conner of the Steelers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
And And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A second-time Pro Bowler here. This is the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. We mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl. Of course, for many folks our age, the Pro Bowl always meant a trip to Hawaii. You know, they held it there from 80 till 09, and again for a handful of years in this decade before the last 3 being here in Orlando.
And there's something to be said, no doubt about it, for getting to go to Hawaii. Imagine being named a Pro Bowler and going home and telling your family, we're headed to Hawaii for a vacation. But think about going to Orlando, especially if you've got kids. All the theme parks, all the great things to do, plus not nearly as long a flight no matter where you come from in the United States. I think it's a big deal and a good thing to have it here in Orlando.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And complete, right side to Cook. You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games 2014, 15, and 16, they tried something a little different. They held essentially a fantasy draft for players. Year 1, it was Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders as captains. Year 2, Michael Irvin and Chris Carter. And then in year 3, Michael Irvin again matching up against Jerry Rice.
And one common denominator, every single one of those guys with a gold jacket, all of them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So they didn't ask you and I to be the captains and make the picks. And by the way, the playmaker, Michael Irvin, went 2-0. And you know I heard all about that.
For Patrick Mahomes, what a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city, how well are you set up for future years with that youngster as your quarterback? Not only are the guys on the team excited about it, think about free agents, thinking about where they might want to play. If you're a free agent receiver, you're thinking Kansas City.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That sack by Khalil Mack. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Working from the guns. To the right side, it's Kelsey. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Tariq Cohen of the Bears back deep for the NFC. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Dancing away at the 30. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The AFC thus far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Well, he was so good throwing the football on 3rd down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes that's just who you are, right? If you're good at something, as you said, during the regular season, so what if it's with a bunch of guys you're unfamiliar with? It's 3rd down, he finds a way to convert.
Charles, this the 2019 Pro Bowl. The AFC's won both games that have been played here in Orlando since they moved it here. Both have been competitive, 20-13 2 seasons ago, and then last year in 2018 it was 24-23 the final.
Yeah, and 2 years ago, Travis Kelce, Lorenzo Alexander were the game MVPs, offense and defense respectively. And then last year, Delaney Walker of the Titans, their tight end, he won it on offense, and Von Miller of the Broncos won it on defense.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their...
And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here comes Cohen. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the NFC will take over deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Breeze lets it fly for Thielen, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Breeze to throw for it on fourth. Ertz has it left side. Pushing his way through. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The Titans' Jarrell Casey on the tackle. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The numbers for the NFC on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC adds on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. Mahomes to his KC teammate Kelsey for the AFC first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mahomes now on first down. And he finds his Chiefs teammate, Travis Kelsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Mahomes now on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, throw to the right here to Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mahomes will bring him up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
First and 10 at the 23.